Are you in a relationship but feel something is not right? In this video, we will explore important signs to recognize if a woman has had many partners in the past. Have you ever felt doubtful about your current relationship? Have you ever wondered if you can trust your partner? On this journey, we are not here to judge, but instead we aim to help you recognize subtle signs that might have been overlooked. These signs are not just clues to help you understand the woman you are involved with, but also tools to protect your heart and soul from unnecessary hurt. Stoic philosophy teaches us about self-control, and recognizing these signs is the first step in maintaining your values in a relationship. In today's video, join us as we explore 10 important signs to identify if a woman has had multiple partners. This will help you make wise decisions. Before we start, grab a warm, healthy glass of water and stay with me until the end of this important video. If you are ready to accompany me until the end, please like the video and comment, "I'm ready," as this information may change how you view your current relationship. Number 1. She feels very comfortable with physical intimacy. During your first moments of intimacy, you might have expected an emotional experience, but instead, everything happened quickly and intensely, leaving you with more questions than a sense of euphoria. If she seems overly confident and comfortable with physical contact, she may have experienced many similar relationships before. This could leave you feeling confused, but don't rush to conclusions. You may notice that she takes the initiative in everything from hugs and kisses to bolder actions, accepting all of your suggestions without hesitation. This could be a sign that she has experience handling these situations. However, this does not mean you should judge or evaluate her, as she might simply be naturally comfortable expressing herself. Your instincts might raise alarms, but remember that it is important not to rely on a single sign alone. You need to consider other signs holistically to have a clearer view of your relationship. Sometimes unexpected comfort might just be a sign of a strong connection between the two of you. However, if this comfort is accompanied by many other signs, you should be cautious and evaluate thoroughly before moving forward. Number 2. She avoids emotional bonding. Even the strongest individuals sometimes feel vulnerable and want a partner to share their emotions and create a strong spiritual connection. Emotional bonding is crucial in helping couples overcome life's challenges. However, if you notice that your partner does not want to build this connection, you should ask yourself why. A woman who may have had many relationships in the past tends to avoid emotional closeness. So how do you recognize this? If every time you try to talk about deeper topics, she seems superficial, shifts to lighter subjects, or even avoids discussing emotions altogether, it is likely that she is deliberately dodging the subject. She may suddenly change topics or show discomfort when you bring up the emotions between the two of you. This could be a sign that she does not want or is unable to open up emotionally with you. In reality, when faced with such situations, you might feel that all your efforts to create a deep connection are rejected or unreciprocated. If you feel that all your efforts are in vain, perhaps it is time to reconsider the relationship. However, there is also the possibility that she is holding on to past traumas and needs time to heal. Painful experiences from the past might have caused her to build a barrier, preventing new emotional bonds. Before making any decisions, consider giving her more time and space to allow her the opportunity to express her true feelings. You may choose to continue supporting her. While being patient, you also need to protect yourself from investing too much in a relationship where you receive little in return. Maintaining a balance between understanding and loving your partner while protecting yourself is crucial. Number 3. She shares vague or conflicting stories. An important sign that your partner may have had many past lovers is inconsistency in the stories she shares. When your relationship has progressed, but you still feel unclear about what she has told you about her past, it might raise questions. She could tell one story today but provide a completely different one tomorrow, or the details of her stories might not match up. These inconsistencies could involve mentioning different men, discussing a long-term relationship, and then denying ever having a serious one, or referring to hobbies she once shared with someone else that do not align with what she currently shows. It is important to remember that not everyone wants to share their past clearly and in detail. Some people might choose to focus on the present and steer clear of old stories. However, if her vagueness or inconsistency makes you feel uneasy, you need to consider it wisely. You might start by gently and respectfully asking her to clarify the things you find inconsistent. If she truly cares about the relationship and wants to build trust with you, she will be willing to open up, provide clear explanations, and fill in the gaps with sincerity. On the other hand, if she continues to share inconsistent stories or avoids clarifying the points you are concerned about, that could be a sign that she is not genuinely serious about the relationship. Remember, you should not rush to make decisions. Relationships require time, patience, and open communication to develop sustainably. Take time to observe if she begins to share more clearly after you have built mutual trust. If things remain unclear after some time, you may need to reconsider your position in the relationship. Number 4, she frequently changes plans at the last minute. If you notice that she frequently changes or cancels plans at the last minute, this could be a worrying sign. These sudden changes can be frustrating and make you wonder if she is truly interested in the relationship. Canceling plans a few times for valid reasons is understandable, but when this happens frequently, there is likely something wrong, especially when the reasons given for these cancellations are often vague or unclear. She might claim to have an unexpected meeting, but such surprise meetings cannot happen continuously. Or she might mention an old friend suddenly visiting without providing any details about this friend. If you constantly feel left behind or unimportant, this is a strong signal that she might be prioritizing something else over your relationship. Of course, everyone has a busy life, and unexpected things can happen at any time. She might genuinely have a stressful job, with an unpredictable schedule or a close friend who might be struggling and needs her help. However, if these last-minute cancellations become a habit, and you feel like you are no longer a priority in her life, you need to address this issue. Communication is key in any relationship. Approach her calmly and ask directly why she keeps changing plans. Make it clear that this makes you feel undervalued and is unacceptable. If she truly cares about you and the relationship, she will understand and try to make amends. If not, it might be time to reconsider the seriousness of the relationship and whether it is worth continuing. A relationship requires prioritization and commitment from both sides, and if this does not exist, your partnership is unlikely to thrive. Number 5, she often compares you to her exes. When starting a new relationship, a woman without much experience in love usually won't have the habit of comparing you to others, because you are all she knows. However, if she has had many partners in the past, it is likely that she will intentionally or unintentionally compare you to her exes at some point. These comparisons might appear subtly and seem harmless, but can leave you feeling insecure and undervalued. How can you recognize if she is comparing you to her previous partners? Sometimes she may inadvertently mention that the meal you cooked is better or worse than something she had with an ex, or she might talk about an activity you haven't suggested that her ex really enjoyed. Even during arguments, she might compare your flaws to those of people she used to be with. These comparisons, no matter how small they seem, can leave deep wounds, making you feel inadequate or unable to measure up to her past partners. It is important to remember that these comparisons are not your fault. When someone has had many relationships, comparisons are hard to avoid. However, this does not mean you have to accept it. You need to make it clear that such comparisons are unfair and disrespectful to you. Let her know how you feel and that you will not tolerate being treated as a substitute for those in her past. If she cannot stop comparing you to other men, it might indicate that she is still tied to the past and not ready to move forward with you. In this case, ending the relationship may be the best choice for both of you, so you do not have to continue being hurt by unnecessary comparisons, and she has time to process what still lingers in her heart. Remember, you are not a replica of anyone else, and you deserve a relationship where you are appreciated and valued for who you truly are. If you have had this experience, please share it with me by commenting 1. Now let's move on to the next part. Number 6. She is extremely secretive about her phone usage. If you notice that her phone suddenly becomes an inseparable object whenever you are together, and she seems secretive about how she uses it, this might make you feel worried. Signs such as always placing her phone face down, quickly changing the screen when you glance over, or acting secretive when a call comes in could suggest that she is hiding something. This behavior can lead you to question her honesty in the relationship. There are many reasons she might behave this way. She could still be in touch with people from her past, or there might be messages or photos on her phone she does not want you to see. When you ask to see her phone, she might react strongly, accusing you of not trusting her, which puts you in a difficult position, feeling uncomfortable asking about her phone while also unable to suppress your doubts. Before drawing any conclusions, consider that there could be legitimate reasons for her behavior. Everyone has the right to protect their privacy, and she might simply be very protective of her personal space. She could have work-related conversations she does not wish to share, or might just value her private time for browsing and relaxing. However, in a strong and trustworthy relationship, there comes a time when neither partner needs to hide anything, including phone usage. If you notice your suspicions growing and she shows no sign of changing or sharing what she is hiding, this may indicate that you need to reassess the relationship. Take time to observe and talk to her about your concerns. If she genuinely cares about the relationship and has nothing to hide, she will understand and try to make changes to build trust. Conversely, if she continues to be secretive and makes you feel uneasy, you have every reason to end the relationship before it causes deeper harm to both of you. Remember, trust and honesty are the foundations of every relationship, and no one should feel excluded or suspicious in a partnership where they expect sincerity. Number 7. She is very focused on her appearance. If you notice that she spends a lot of time and effort on her appearance and is particularly attentive to your appearance, this could be a sign worth considering. She may spend hours on makeup, choose outfits carefully, and frequently check herself in the mirror or on electronic devices. She might even compliment others on their looks while being proud of her own appearance. Although caring about one's appearance is not inherently bad, when it becomes a primary concern, it may indicate that she is used to focusing on appearance, possibly due to past relationships with men who also placed a high value on this. An excessive focus on appearance, whether her own or others, can suggest that she values external looks more than deeper qualities. In some cases, she might even compare her appearance with her exes or people she encounters on social media, creating unnecessary comparisons. This can cause insecurity in the relationship, especially if she spends more time discussing appearances rather than engaging in deeper emotional conversations. If you find that her conversations often revolve around looks and do not delve into other issues, you have the right to feel concerned and question the reasons behind this fixation. After a serious discussion about this, if she continues to focus on superficial matters, You need to clarify that it makes you uncomfortable. If she does not change and you feel the relationship is threatened by shallow values, it might be time to consider ending it before it is too late. However, remember that some people may naturally place a high emphasis on their image, and this does not necessarily relate to past relationships. If you feel that she genuinely cares about you and your relationship and is not hiding anything suspicious, this may just be part of her personality. Nonetheless, feeling comfortable and respected in the relationship is still the most important thing, and you should ensure that both of you can communicate openly and honestly about your concerns. Number 8. She is not very interested in discussing sexual health. Discussing sex can be a sensitive and sometimes difficult topic, but it is an essential part of any relationship, especially regarding sexual health. Open communication about sexual health helps both partners understand safe practices and creates a connection regarding each other's sexual desires and needs. However, if you notice that she is entirely uninterested in discussing sexual health, this could be a concerning sign. Her indifference to this topic could reflect many things. One possibility is that she is hiding something from her past that she does not want you to know. If she has had multiple partners before, this might increase the risk of sexually transmitted diseases, and not wanting to discuss sexual health might be her way of avoiding questions she does not want to answer. She might fear judgment or not want you to know about her sexual history, or she could be using a contraceptive method she does not want to share. Whatever the reason, not discussing sexual health is unacceptable in a serious relationship. This is an important issue that needs to be addressed clearly and directly. If she is unwilling to discuss this, you must emphasize that silence is not an option. The health of both parties depends on transparency and communication in this area. If, after you bring it up, she feels uncomfortable but still starts to open up and answer your questions, that could be a positive sign. However, if she becomes defensive, avoids the topic, or gives vague answers, it might indicate that she is hiding something more serious. In this case, you need to carefully consider the relationship. Avoiding discussions about sexual health can pose significant risks for both of you, and a relationship cannot continue without honesty and safety. Deciding to protect yourself might be the best choice if she is unwilling to change or address this issue sincerely. Sexual health is an aspect that cannot be overlooked, and you deserve transparency and safety in your relationship. Number 9. She avoids introducing you to her friends. Meeting your partner's friends is an important milestone in any relationship. It not only allows you to connect with those who are important in her life, but also helps integrate you into her social circle. However, if you notice that she repeatedly avoids introducing you to her friends, it could be a sign that she is hiding something. When a woman is truly serious about a relationship, she usually wants to introduce you to her friends. If she constantly makes excuses or changes the subject whenever you bring up meeting her friends, it may suggest she is hiding a part of her life from you. One reason could be that she fears her friends might reveal information she does not want you to know, such as her sexual history or previous relationships. It is also possible that she had a relationship with one of her friends and does not want you to find out. If she always avoids talking about her friends or changes the subject cheerfully when you bring it up, this could make you feel excluded or confused, as if she does not value you enough to introduce you to her close ones. Whatever the reason, her keeping secrets about her friends is something you should not ignore. In this situation, consider directly discussing your concerns with her. Approach the issue calmly and sincerely, emphasizing that meeting her friends is important for the development of your relationship. If she continues to refuse or gives vague reasons, it may indicate that there are important things she does not want to share with you. Sometimes, directly connecting with some of her friends might help you understand her and the situation better. However, if she still insists on secrecy and does not let you get to know her friends, you need to reconsider whether this relationship has enough honesty and trust to continue. Relationships require openness and sharing from both sides, and if one side is constantly hiding, that is a sign of a bigger issue that cannot be overlooked. Number 10. Her priorities change and you are left out. In a relationship, it is natural for your partner to become a top priority, as they play a significant role in your life. However, if you start feeling sidelined and no longer a priority in her life, that might indicate that something is changing. When she suddenly begins to spend most of her free time with new friends, ignores the plans you made together, or focuses on interests that make you feel excluded, you need to question the actual state of the relationship. This may indicate that you are no longer her priority and that she is instead attracted to other interests or people. While it may seem like her reasons are valid, if this pattern continues, it could signal a deeper issue. If you have noticed other signs alongside this one, such as her having had many partners before, this shift in priorities may reflect something larger that you need to pay attention to. It is important not to judge her immediately, but to ask yourself whether you can accept this or not. If the feeling of being excluded and unimportant becomes overwhelming, it may be time to seriously consider continuing this relationship. Do not rush to conclusions. Relationships need time to understand and empathize with each other. However, you deserve a relationship where you feel like an important and valued part. My advice is to take the time to learn more about her and your relationship, ensuring she is the right partner for you, someone who is willing to commit and build a future together. Never settle for less than what you deserve. If you are looking for a long-term relationship, choose someone who values and appreciates you. Finally, remember that you are valuable and deserve that. In conclusion, if your intuition tells you that something is wrong in the relationship, listen to it. Signs such as changing priorities, lack of interest in you, or other suspicious behaviors may indicate that she is not completely honest or no longer values the relationship as she once did. Have honest conversations to understand the situation better, and most importantly, do not accept less than what you deserve. You deserve a relationship based on respect, trust, and sincere commitment. Thank you for watching until the end of this video. If you find this content helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel to receive more valuable information. Leave a comment about what you learned from this video. Thank you for your interest, and see you in our next videos.